What is up, guys and gals, and welcome back to Cryofall. My name is Splattercat. Tremendously stoked to have you here with me today on the interwebs. Hope you're having a beautiful afternoon. It might be a Thursday, it might be a Friday, I don't know. I backlog these videos like a week in advance, so if I get sick or anything goes wrong, I don't miss out on uploading videos if I can help it. Yeah, there we go. Get some dinner in us real fast. Apparently there's freshness on that too. I don't know like when the freshness decides to die out, like when it starts feeling not quite so fresh, but I haven't really questioned it. I gotta figure out where I can get some more plant fibers from. As per usual, plant fibers are kind of this thing that like I'm really limited on. I was hoping that like chopping down trees would give you lots of leafy greens and make it kind of easier, but you don't get any leaves or anything like that from chopping down trees. And so unfortunately we're kind of left in like this hunter-gatherer scavenger mode where we're picking up leaves off the ground. On the plus side, we have lots and lots of wood, so when time comes to build things and actually, like, do something with our life, Mom will be able to do it well. Our axe appears to have been in better shape at some point in its life, so chances are we're going to have to whittle out another one before too long. I don't know how long it takes the grass plots to respawn, but it's a question that I think is going to become an issue for us unless we don't want to travel super far outside of our home territory, which I would prefer not to. Like, I'd prefer to kind of stay near our base so that I don't lose the damn place as time goes along. Because I have been known in the past, in previous series that I have filmed, I have gotten lost and I have been unable to find my base. It's happened from time to time. I'm an imperfect YouTuber. I don't always do the things that I'm supposed to be doing, or the things that are smartest, or the things that are most relevant. It's true. It's very true. But I try my best. Alright, so we got some more of that. Honestly, I'm in the market of, like, making myself some clothing. Only got one leaf right there. But, from all of this, yeah, craft that all up. Let's see what's cracking over here. Perfect. That's the sound I like to hear. The sound of automated industry. We still are not even, like, close to any of the stuff that we're trying to make right now. Bummerooski, bro. Bummerooski. Well, it wants me to make a knife. Maybe I'll do that. Like, I think maybe some hunting might be a decent idea while we're, like, in the neighborhood. But really, I wish there was a more consistent way for me to get grasses. Like, one of these trees gave me a bunch of leaves when I chopped it down, but it seems odd to me that chopping down trees, leaves would be so rare. But I think the more effective solution here is more than likely just to focus on chopping down trees, because this is going to allow me, yeah, it looks like the palm trees give you a leaf every single time. So it looks like chopping down trees and getting leaves, like this is going to I think this is going to front load our wood supply, which is good, because I get the feeling we're probably going to need a lot of wood. But it'd be cool if you got 5 or 6 leaves every time you chop down a tree just to make things move along a little bit quicker, considering like the volume of leaves that you need in order to make anything that you really want to make. Like, plant fibers are kind of in short supply. I think that you could probably pretty easily, like, maybe almost double the amount of leaves you get from various sources, or the amount of fibers you get, and then it'd be a little bit more tolerable. Oh, there's a crab. I really don't want the crab people. Crab people. I don't want them to come back to my base, alright? I don't want, like, anything to do with them. If they end up near my base, that's gonna sucketh. And I prefer to keep that from happening. I suppose I'll just keep clearing the area around my base until I have enough fibers to do the thing that I want to do. Okay. Well, we've got, like, some fibers. Not, like, a ton of them, but enough for us to make another axe when this one inevitably breaks on us. And so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to make another stone axe. Hopefully that'll just, like, hot swap out. Oh, I already had another one. I must have stole it from that other dude. Well, I just wasted a bunch of fibers then. It's okay. Like, I get the feeling we're probably going to go through a lot of axes during this adventure. They are made out of something that I whittled, which is why they're not holding up quite as well as they should have been. But, que sera, such is life. The items on the map do respawn from what I've seen so far. In between, like, cuts and episodes, I'm kind of walking around, and I've actually physically seen the new resource nodes just, like, appear out of thin air. I do think that that would look a little bit better if they, like, sprouted or, like, grew slowly and had, like, multiple phases. Just something like, I'm all about immersion. I like it when games go out of their way to get you immersed by sort of, like, providing, like, if you look at Don't Starve, for example, Like, plants just don't, like, erupt out of the ground in that game. They start out as a little frond, and then they're like a little sapling, and then they, like, blow around in the breeze a little bit, and then they, like, you know, stand up and become like a real plant. It's cool, and it makes you feel like the world is alive and actually moving all around you. What is that right there, a boar? I don't think I want to mess with a boar right now. I think I'll probably leave him alone. Grass. I just need grass. Grass anywhere. Vitali Legend. He's offline. Okay, I wonder if those are members of, like, the development staff or something. Just kind of coming in to test the game or anything else like that. The game is not out yet. Like, there's nobody on this server aside from me at the moment. It seems like some people do have early access to the game, because there was, like, chatter on the server a little bit ago. But it seems that there's a very, very limited run of people that are actively on the game right now until the 20th when it actually comes out. So let me swing over. Oh, I got another grass over here, too. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. You got 32 grasses over here. All right, so we got to make, like, a ton of clothing. What's the other thing? We needed a stone knife. Let's do that. That's the more easily accessible quest right now for us to take care of. And so if we can mash that out right this second, that just makes life easier. And then we'll go over to the torch to keep ourselves lit up. We got 5 more LPs right there. We've got green herbs. Okay, we've already done that quest. Armor we may like sit. We got to learn technology, which is located in the cooking group. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. So we have the Herbal Remedy. What's that, like a ratatouille? Oh, it's a fruit salad. Gotcha. I'm probably just going to run down the list and just make, like, everything. What else do we have? We have glassware and a copper mace. Yeah, let's move down with smelting, too. Let's see what we can get done here. Like, I do feel like there are crafts that we can... Oh, we got a cooking stove. So we need 100 in order to get that going. Put that down right there. We don't have 100 stones right now, so we should probably find a mining node before too long. The athletic skill has been discovered. Oh, did I just break that down on accident? I didn't mean to. You could put it back. Okay, there we go. We got a left click in order to put some effort into it. So I've only got 30 stone left. I need about 20 more if we want to make that work. Hopefully I can grab that from somewhere. They also want me to craft an herbal remedy, which I don't think I can do right here. I probably need either the cook stove, would be my guess. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm going to need the cook stove. All right, we'll max that out real fast too, so that we can start out and make ourselves some kind of clothing. There's our cloth shirt. It's going to take a minute to get that done. But I would assume that making a shirt is a pretty complicated. Like, if you asked me to make a shirt, even if you supplied me with the bolts of cloth, I think what you would get back would really, really be disappointing. Like, you wouldn't be happy with the return. There we go. Looking a little bit more spiffy. We're not looking too bad. Hey, there's a rock over here. That actually suits my needs tremendously. Let's go back over here, and we're going to rock down to this thing and hit its face. I actually think we got enough stone out of that to finish. Nice. Okay, so let's get the cooking grill. Oh, no. Don't deconstruct. Don't kick the baby. Damn it. All right, so we got to have the right tool out when we work on it. I thought that it would just, like, glob the pieces on. I was wrong. I was very, very wrong, Nerd Castle. Give me that right there. We need to find some more stones around. If we could find another, like, mining area, that'd be great. Hey, there we go. There's one right next to our base. Hell to the yes. All right, so let's get on in here. We'll get ourselves some stony bits. Doing a little bit of mining. I'm pining. Telling myself I'm all fining. See, I just wrote a country song right there. You hear that? That was already well on its way. I bet you... If we got, like, all we need is, like, GCD, we'll have that song written, and then maybe we put in, like a E minor in there somewhere, just to make it sound, like, a little sadder. I bet that'd work. I bet that'd work. What is that? KNO3. Potassium Nitrate? Is that what it is? It's got to be potassium nitrate. It's been a while since my chemistry classes. It's been a very, very long time. Let's look. Yep, potassium nitrate. So that's obviously going to go into, like, building guns and things of that nature later on. I don't think I'm getting stone out of this, which was initially what I really, really wanted. So maybe I'll just, like, avoid the rest of these rocks until I find another stone node. There we go. Perfect. Alright, we got enough stone for now. That's not going to stop me. I bet we need a shovel for... What is this thing? Is that like clay? Oh, it's clay. Cool. So we can make pottery and stuff too. While I'm over here, I'm not going to forget that there's other stuff that's useful to me as well. Things like fibers that I just need to be like passively gathering while I'm running around. Like anything that doesn't require that little animation right there, I'll probably just grab in passing. This time I'm actually going to put on my toolbox and we'll see what things we can effectively get done. Perfect. Hey, nice. So we've got our cooking stove now. I would assume that maybe on some level this means that I probably don't need to have... What recipes do I have? I've got a boil... Oh, we can boil eggs over here. But apparently it requires water to boil eggs? I don't know about that one, Tim. I don't know about that one. I guess I've just got to do this like the doo-doo primitive way. And we'll just put these in here. Perfect. Roasted mushrooms. Rust. Well, am I cooking the wrong mushroom right now? I think I might be cooking the wrong mushroom. Either way, though, we're a little bit hangry. And we're going to have to take care of that. Should probably definitely not eat those raw. I'm going to eat that meat, too. Ooh, that did good. I'm actually going to need some more water bulbs, too. Yeah, remind me to go look around for some water bulbs. I do like how they managed to mirror things and also make you face away from the camera. Like a lot of games, they'll just kind of make you like move as you're going to move. And it feels kind of cheap. So I like how your character turns around to face the camera. It's kind of nice. So what I need here is from the... Advanced medicine types, Herbal Remedy is found in the cooking category. Maybe I need a cooking table? I don't know. It's a furnace over here. We can start off with that. I mean, that's going to take us a fair bit of effort. Oh, no, the furnace doesn't line up with my other stuff. Lame. Okay. Well, it's going to take us a fair bit of work to get that done. We're going to need to dump some serious stone into that project. So, like, I think at this point we don't really have much of a choice. I think we're going to have to strike out away from home for a little bit. I've kind of run out of things to harvest in this area. If we can find ourselves sort of like a lowdown, like not a clay pit. A clay pit is not what I'm looking for right now. I think I would like it better, too, if you didn't get your LPs from, like, the tutorial. Instead, I think I'd like it better if you had, like, a little meter that filled up while you were, like, harvesting stuff. And every time you harvested something, it'd be, like, plus 2 AP. And, like, every 100 AP or whatever, you would get, like, an LP or something like that. Like, I don't know. I think that players find it aesthetically pleasing when they're, like, picking up rocks and they're, like, chopping trees and actively you see, like, a +1, +1, +1 above your head. Like, stuff like that, I think people naturally get into. It, like, draws you in. I think that was kind of, like, a subtle thing, for example, in, like, Final Fantasy Tactics that, like, made you feel good is when you, like, double swing at somebody and then it pops up, like, the JP and everything above your head and you get, like, a little noise. I think that's a very attractive thing for a lot of players. Myself included. It's kind of like seeing coins pop up above your head when you do certain things. Where am I right now? Oh, my bed is over there. Oh, good. It marks it on the map. Oh, we got a foraging skill, too. Oh. So, like, we actually, like, level this stuff up so our character gets better at things, too, and you discover the skills naturally. I do like that. I like that a lot, how, like, you don't have the skills on the list from the beginning. It's as you do certain activities, you'll unlock skills. I especially like that if later on down the line there's, like, really esoteric, like, weird ones that you have to, like, figure out for yourself or that you figure out accidentally while doing other tasks. Like, I like it when games have things that, like, necessarily are not obvious. Like, athletics, it's obvious that that unlocks from you running around. You know, foraging and, like, forestry and stuff like that. It's obvious how you unlock that. But, like, I would like it if there were skills that were kind of, like, hidden from the player and that were kind of, like, late game that were they're really, really hard to unlock or, like, interesting to unlock or you had to do, like, a certain thing in order to get them that, like, a lot of players wouldn't actually do. Like, things you would have to look up on a wiki, basically. I don't see any other mining spots around here. You would think that, like, stone mines would be really, really common. But we are in an area that has like a lot of roughage and a lot of other things going on. Hopefully nobody beats up my base, man. Hope nobody destroys my stuff. I kind of have it coming. Like, karmically, I did murder a guy like 5 seconds into this. And so as far as karma's concerned, I'm pretty sure we deserve it. What is that? We've never seen a purple plant right there. What is that? Oh, cool. We got athletics level 2. That makes our stamina drain 12% slower. That's kind of a nice little bonus. I'll probably try to level that up as much as I can as time goes along. We should also probably track down some more dinner over here. Hey, you, come here. No, I got stuck on a palm tree. Come here. Come here, you bastard. Oh, wow, the knife does way more damage than our other weapon did. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let me get that. Let me get that. I'll grab some fibers while I'm running around, too, because we still have that quest to make a whole bunch more clothing. All right, so here's a stone node over on this side. Gonna need that, so let's beat that to death very rapidly. Okay, well, I think I've got enough stone to really, like, hold it down and be okay. I've also got, like, some sand piles and things over here. I assume that I'm gonna need to use the kiln or the furnace in order to turn that into something useful, like a jar. So we'll grab a little bit of sand while we're over here, too. And then back to base. I don't know what that little aardvark creature is, but I don't really want to kill it. It looks kind of adorable. Like, it looks like we could be friends if I really wanted to. Oh, wow, we didn't get enough stone. I thought for sure I had enough stone to get this done. We're actually short by 25 or so. So the furnace is going to take quite a bit. Luckily, I actually don't feel like the farming in this game is that bad. Like, it doesn't feel that hard to me, which is good. Like, you have to farm a little bit, but it's not like Rust levels of farming, at least not yet, as far as I can see. How many of these can I make? Oh, I can make 29 of them? Hell yeah, let's do that. Beautiful. That finishes off our quest for the pants and the hat as well, so we can bang that out real quick. Get those all taken care of so I'm not running around all britchesless out in the middle of nowhere out here. It's a dangerous thing to be britchesless in the jungle. In the jungle. In the jungle. I mean, I suppose that's the wrong song. I went straight to Elvis, you know, in the ghetto, when I could have just done the... I could have gone that way with it, I suppose. Alright, well, I definitely look like I live here now, so that's good. I look like I've made my bones in this environment. We gotta gather herbs and make a cooking table. How hard is it gonna be to make a cooking table? So for a cooking table, we need a bunch of planks. I think that should be no problem at all. So I'm going to take maybe, let's make 100 planks. That sounds like a pretty solid investment. So with 100 planks banged out, that makes this considerably easier. We've got our cooking table on this side. I would say that, like, maybe, oh, I don't know. Can you rotate in this game? Like, is it possible to rotate the bench, or do they always face that way? Suppose they always face this way. Let's go ahead and slap the rest of the boards onto here. I also think it would be good as the progress meter goes up, instead of the blueprint being right there, or with the blueprint being right there, it'd be cool if the pieces came out and, like, slowly slapped onto it. Like, little things just to make the UI and the user experience feel better. There's our Herbal Remedy, which appears as though it takes rust shrooms, bulbs, all kinds of random stuff. But I assume that this probably heals us to a much greater extent than just consuming the herbs by themselves. What is that right there? An Improvised Mre. What goes into that? So we need meat, we need mushrooms, we need salt, and we need leaves. And that'll make us like a super good meal, I guess. Nice. Kind of wrapped up in, I don't know, taro leaves or something. Seems sweet to me. I gotta make more food. Got mushrooms down here, but I haven't made any mushrooms in a minute, so let's keep working on that. I got some more sticks that I can throw into the fire, too, so that that doesn't go out. And also, so that I don't have to lean back on my wood supply either. And so far, I'm pretty happy with this game. The fact that I recorded 2 episodes obviously means that I still feel like playing the game. We made that right there. So we've got a build a permanent base. So we've got to do a land claim thingy. Okay. So it's not in the construction tier, I don't think. We've got a water collect. Oh, no, there it is right there. Okay, so we'll learn that. And then I'll also get the water still. That's a really good idea. As far as industry goes, we can learn copper maces and iron tools, which sound really good. I can make a copper, or I can make an iron knife down here as well. That sounds good. Alright. We haven't finished off the furnace yet. Like, there's still a whole bunch more that we need to add onto that thing. But really the question is, has any of the other stuff that we were working on kind of popped back in? like finding stone nodes has actually been a bit more troublesome than expected. There's one right there. It looks like they pop every day maybe. That's my guess, is every single day it looks like they come back. Like every 12 hours or so. I need about 50 more stones, so we're going to need a bit. This right here, I think you get about 25 per node. So maybe if there's another one down to the south right here, we can finish off the furnace and maybe have a look and see how much charcoal it's going to take us to get our hands on some iron tools. There we go. Perfect. How am I doing on athleticism right now? Looks like we're almost there. So at level 10, oh, nice. I like how you get additional bonuses, too. So at level 10, we have a chance to get like an additional yield or like a double yield, and we get faster foraging speed at level 20. I do like that feature a lot. I think that's pretty cool, how like over time you just kind of slowly level up these abilities. Oh, look, they do actually grow that way. I thought they just popped in. Maybe I didn't see the frond, or I didn't see the little guy, and then I was there when it was like bloop, and it got a little bit bigger. And I just missed that, so I thought that it didn't grow. They do actually grow, so I rescind that suggestion. I take it back. I take it back. There we go. So the Fernacci is done. I assume that it probably wants charcoal. That's a copper ingot right there. Well, we've only got like iron stuff, so maybe I could start out with the iron. There we go. Apply that recipe the best that we can. I don't know if we can wood fire this, but I'll try it in just a minute if that runs out. Can I wood fire it? Oh, I can. Nice. Okay. Well, if I can wood fire it, get that going. I don't know how long iron... Oh, it takes 5 of them. Okay. Well, keep it rocking. I will continue chopping down trees and murdering nature all around my base while that gets done. So aside from that, I don't really have much else for you. My name is Splattercat. This game is called Cryofall. I hope, like, so far you guys have enjoyed our stay. I've actually liked this game more than I thought that I would. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. You know, every time I get a survival game, survival games have this tendency to be, like, underdeveloped and not ready to go. But this game seems like it has a lot of stuff that's ready to roll already. I mean, if you take a look at our technologies tree, there's 4 tiers. We've been playing for about an hour, and we're not even solidly through the first tier. Which leads me to believe that, like, it'd probably take me 2 to 3 hours to max these out. And if it takes that long for each of the tiers, probably 15, 20 hours of kind of like farming, crafting gameplay, if that's what you're into. Obviously, it'll probably be a little bit more difficult on a populated server because people are going to be trying to murder you and take your stuff all the time. But working in my little corner all by my lonesome hasn't been that bad. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for stopping on in. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. It helps me out as a content creator. Aside from that, add this game to your wish list down below if you wanted to get it. It's called Cryofall. It comes out on April 20th. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for stopping on in. Hi-do, and take care, everybody.